Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high.
Well, good morning, you. Currently, we are in Sweetwater, Tennessee at the Wiggles gas station, Wiggles, however you pronounce it. I just had to stop, get a coffee, a little bit of road snacks, at least enough to hold me over until we get to Bucky's. And it is still cold out here, but I also wanted to stop and clean my windshield. And yeah, the windshield cleaner slushy still did an okay job. Not great.
Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
All right, guys, for some reason, with my phone being plugged into my radio in the truck with the Apple CarPlay on, all audio was lost somehow, which was fine for the driving scenes. I just put music behind it. But here, I'm trying to explain to you that we are heading north on 75, going to Louisville, Kentucky. Now, the reason we are going to Louisville, Kentucky is because Parts Unlimited Drag Specialties is hosting what they call the MVP Expo, which is where manufacturers of parts that is sold through Drag Specialties will be putting all of their stuff on display. About 300 of these exhibitors should be on display there so that we can look at the new products. Now, personally, I'm hoping to see a lot of new products specifically for the 2024 Road Glide, Street Glide, and on, since it's a new platform. Last year, there weren't a lot of parts out for it. So I'm hoping that now that they've been out for a year, people have had a chance to work on it and make prototypes and test them. And hopefully there'll be something on the market now. And I think right about now, I said I was going to take a moment and eat my snacks that I just picked up at the store before getting into Knoxville, where we may have to deal with a heavier traffic flow. Looks like a very happy truck.
So high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
So this expo is being held at the Kentucky Exposition Center, the same place that we go for the Mid-America Truck Show. So the route is pretty routine to me. I've been back and forth quite a few times. Now, I had actually debated on riding Dr. Evil up here, depending on the weather. You know, part of me wanted to kind of get the miles in. I thought it would be a great idea. But looking at the weather, you know, it's in the 30s, and actually right now, according to the truck, it's 31. As we were going up and over Jellicoe there a few minutes ago, it was definitely down into the 20s. In the cold, I can deal with. I've actually got heated gear. I could have probably bundled up enough to where I was warm. And the weather forecast showed a possibility of some rain. And you know what? I don't mind cold. I don't mind rain. I'm not a big fan of cold rain. It's just not enjoyable. So it wasn't just about crushing some miles. It was about enjoying the ride. And I don't think at that point the ride would have been overly enjoyable. But truth is, I was still considering doing it. Now, if you just saw those clips a few moments ago as we were coming over Jellicoe, it started to snow. And through Rocky Top, Tennessee, and up and over Jellicoe, it got worse and worse. And as we were coming over Jellicoe, it actually started to accumulate on the sides of the road, but not really on the road. It was melting when it hit the road, but there was a point where it had gotten kind of wet. Oh, and look, it stopped, but now it's starting again. But either way, the snow isn't that bad that would have stopped me from riding. It's not accumulating on the road. The roads are dry enough that it would have been fine. But there were two other determining factors that just made me decide not to bring the motorcycle. One is the salt. Because we've had so much snow up here, and I say so much, it's so much for us. I know it's not compared to some of you guys that are way up north. But they've been pretty heavy on salting our roads and brining and everything. And like, I don't know, like my truck is absolutely filthy. My other truck at home is absolutely filthy. You can see the salt all over it. And these have already been driven in it. Dr. Evil has not, and part of me just didn't want to torture the bike by coating it with all that salt and causing a corrosion situation. The corrosion is actually starting to be bad enough already just from being in Galveston at the end of the year. And like an idiot, I didn't wash my bike immediately when we came home from Galveston like I planned to. So there are some signs of corrosion from that. I didn't want to make it any worse. I care about the bike too much to want to drive it on the salty roads. I don't care about the snow or the cold. It was really the salty roads. The other consideration was parking. You know, staying at a hotel, I'm not a big fan of leaving my bike parked out front of a hotel. Not that I think anyone's targeting my motorcycle necessarily, but motorcycles get stolen from hotel parking lots all the time. And I would consider my bike to be one of those more desirable bikes out there. I mean, not statistically, but I would think that if some bad person saw the opportunity, they just might take advantage of it. And without any way to really secure it, like, maybe not. And now we're starting to get a little bit of accumulation actually on the road. All right, so yeah, you guessed it. We stopped at Bucky's, top off with fuel, because typically Bucky's is the cheapest. It was only $2.99 a gallon here. Everywhere around town it's about $3.49, $3.59 where we live. I also stocked up on some snacks. Not snacks for right now. We're saving them. We're just stocking up. So yeah, just snacks stocking up on. I did not get any lunch here because I'm going to stop someplace like 2 exits up. Leave a comment down below if you know where I'm going to stop, because those of you that know me will know exactly where I'm going to stop. Actually, you'll know one of 2 places I'm going to stop, and they're very similar. But, you know, I'm going to be sitting in a hotel room up here in Louisville for the next 2 nights. And in case I get a hankering for something, I don't have to go out and get anything. Get some of these Bucky specific snacks that I really like here. And that candied jalapeno. Guys, if you have not tried it and you like semi-spicy stuff, especially when it's a little on the sweet side, I recommend it. We bought some on our way home from Galveston when we stopped at Bucky's. And then the first time we used it was we were just doing a cookout for like a Sunday dinner, and on some, you know, homemade smashed burgers with some like sharp cheddar cheese, bacon, lettuce, tomato, and that candied jalapeno on it. Oh my goodness, was it so good. And in this segment, I have absolutely no clue what I was saying, so we're just going to delete it. Yeah, so if you guessed Skyline, you guessed right. Your choices were Skyline or Gold Star. I wasn't even sure, but I was pretty sure Skyline. Now the Skyline is only about 2 exits up from the Bucky's, so it was a very short drive, which is why I didn't buy any lunch at the Bucky's, because I knew I was going to eat here. Although I probably could have ate 2 lunches. I can do that. But it wouldn't have been a good choice. You know, one of the things I do love about Skyline, especially if you come here off-peak hours, in and out in like 20 minutes. I ate my 5-way, got a tea to go, and I'm back on the road. And here, I believe I was saying that it's only about 2:15, and Apple Maps shows that I've got 1 hour and 33 minutes to get to my hotel. So we're going to get on the road and get there. Well, we made it. We're here at the Super 8. We are just a couple of blocks away from the Kentucky Exposition Center, so getting there tomorrow morning should be pretty easy. I think we made pretty good time today. We pulled in here. It was only about 3:45. It's just after 4 now. I've checked in, inspected the room. Now I'm just going to take my clothes and stuff upstairs. All in all, everything went well. I didn't leave the house until, well, I left Murphy at like 9 a.m. So, yeah, pretty good time, I think. It's still pretty damn cold out here. It's only about 28 degrees, 29 degrees. But I will say, it has turned out to be an absolutely beautiful day. 25 miles before we got to the Bucky's, it was almost like a light switch turned on. All of those snow clouds disappeared, and the sun came out, and the skies are blue, and it was just beautiful. So even though there was a lot of snow on the ground, I mean, there's a lot of snow here on the ground even still. But I tell you what, it was absolutely beautiful. That stretch of 65 between Lexington and Louisville, you go through horse country. And I've mentioned it before, how pretty it is, like when we're going out to the truck show. But there's no snow then. And today it was all covered with snow. It was just beautiful. You know, against the white backdrop, you know, the dark colored fence lines and the homes, it really made it kind of pop and stand out. And the snow was just so perfect and unmolested at this point. It was just like it hadn't been messed up and had this beautiful sheen to it that looked smooth and like semi-glossy, but not really glossy. It literally looked like a satin blanket had been laid across the rolling hills. It was just absolutely beautiful. Well, the Super 8 isn't super nice. It's not bad. For 55 bucks a night, can't really complain though. You know, I'm not really all that bougie. All I really need is a place to sleep and a place to take a shower, and I'm happy with that, so I didn't need anything super fancy, so this will do. So at this point, I don't know if I'm going to go back out tonight. I've got some work to do on the iPad, emails, and taking care of business stuff. And I'm really not hungry, so I don't know that I'm going to go on the search for something to eat. I'm still pretty full from eating at Skyline, but who knows? The next couple hours, that could change. So either way, I think we're just going to end this video here, and we'll see you tomorrow as we go to the Expo. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the trip up here, and until the next time I see you, keep those engines running. Okay. So as I'm sitting here editing this video and getting it ready for you and realizing that my audio wasn't right and all that other crap, I'm looking at this picture on the wall behind me, and there's just something about it that's not sitting right. And my OCD was just like, there's something wrong with that picture. And I really looked at it. It's upside down. That's fencing, like from horse pastures, from these horse farms. But look, that's where the fence meets the ground. This is the top. That's the shadow. It's upside down. The whole picture was hung upside down.